Well, hello everyone. This is Troy Harper here at Harper Cigar Lounge, and I'm back with another Smoke and Metal podcast. This is episode 12, and I can't believe it's been 2 months since I've done the last one. So here I am, and thank you for joining me today, guys. Y'all are the best, and I hope you guys will have a great time today. I've got a really great show today. I've got I've got a pairing. I've got a three-way pairing going on here today. I've got a great cigar that I'm really excited about, a brand new cigar from the Boutique Cigar, and I'm going to be pairing it with two albums, and the two albums came out in 1986, and they're both going to compete. I'm going to compare the two. We're going to see which one I feel is the best album, and it's from a band called Van Halen. And so this is the album that I'm going to be reviewing, the 5150 Van Halen album from 1986 when Sammy Hagar joined up with Alex and Eddie and Michael. And then we're going to get into this album as well, the David Lee Roth Eat 'em and Smile album, both out in 1986. Um, The Van Halen album came out in March of 1986, and the David Lee Roth Eat 'em and Smile album came out in July of 1986. I just did a podcast here not too long ago about all the best albums from 1986, all the best hard rock heavy metal albums from 1986. And I kept thinking that the Van Halen 5150 album came out after the David Lee Roth album. But I was wrong. The 5150 album came out first, and then the David Lee Roth album came out. So it was kind of like, Van Halen knew that David Lee Roth was going to be bringing out an album. So they brought out 5150 to the public before David Lee Roth could get his album out, just to say, yeah, you got an album coming out. Well, here you go. We're going to show you. And then David Lee Roth, I think his intentions were to say, hey, I know you guys have an album out. Well, here you go. Here's my comeback to you guys. So it's got a little bit of a battle between David Lee Roth and the boys of Van Halen. I feel at the time. So anyway, we're gonna get into those two albums. I'm gonna play them both. I'm gonna go through each song, and I'm gonna tell you at the end which album I feel is the best. And it's been a while since I've listened to the Eat 'em and Smile album. I actually got got my got my Van Halen 5150 or Live Without a Net live concert video from 1986. That glare, let me see here. There we go. That's better. Anyway, so I broke this out and I watched this twice last night, and it's such a great concert. And I think um, Sammy Hagar really brought a new element to Van Halen. Um, and I love the David Lee Roth years. Don't get me wrong. I love those years. And I think they've got some of the greatest music with David Lee Roth. But when Sammy Hagar joined, definitely brought a different element to Van Halen, and their music went through the roof with being on the charts. 5150 actually went to number one on the top 200 Billboard charts, as well as the albums to follow with Sammy Hagar. All those albums went to number one as well. And but this is a great concert. If you've never seen it, you can watch it on YouTube. But if you can find this DVD, definitely grab it up if you're a Van Halen fan. If you've never seen this, it is a terrific concert. Like I said, I watched it twice last night, and I just couldn't get enough of it. When I was younger, when I was 16, I used to rent this from the local video store. Every weekend, I would rent this along with Iron Maiden Live After Death. I would rent these two and they were VHS at the time, of course, but I would rent these and watch them every weekend. I just couldn't get enough of it, and I still can't get enough of either one of those videos, especially the Van Halen, since we're talking about Van Halen today. So anyway, and there was a lot of great albums to follow. The 5150 had OU812 and For Your Unlawful Carnal Knowledge and Balance. All three of these albums went to #1. Let's see here. So there's trying to get these to where they're not glaring. So anyway, there's OU812. Anyway, that darn glare. OU812. For unlawful carnal knowledge. For unlawful carnal knowledge. So there's that one. And then Balance was the next one to come. And all of these albums went to #1 as well. So anyway, great albums. Every one of them are great. And then of course 5150 went to #1. So where did I put my 5150 album? I lost it. There it is. Anyway. Anyway, then there's the 5150 album that went to #1 as well in 1986. So anyway, and then of course Sammy Hagar. I love Sammy Hagar. This is a greatest hits package right here. This is called the Essential Red Collection, and it's just got so many songs from Sammy Hagar there. A lot of great songs. And I've always been a big Sammy Hagar fan. And yeah, so anyway, glad. I definitely am always going to be a great fan, a big fan of David Lee Roth. I even got to go see him in concert along with Kiss. Right before COVID hit, and he just did phenomenal. I thought he was great on stage, and he's been doing some touring. Cheers, by the way, to you guys. Got my coffee this morning. I know he's been doing some touring, and I've heard good things about his shows. I've seen a few things on YouTube, and they've been great also. But let me get into the cigar. Let me get into the cigar I want to show you guys here that I'm going to smoke along with these albums. And again, this is a brand new cigar from the Boutique Cigar. This is called the MAGMA. Let you guys get a good look at that. This is a really beautiful Nicaraguan Puro. And this cigar is a 5x50 Robusto. It is a premium blend, hand rolled. And it's got some great taste notes of like fiery pepper, toasted cedar, espresso, mineral earth, and it's a bold cigar, full strength cigar. Also has taste notes of rich leather, dark cocoa, and there's some natural tobacco sweetness, savory wood notes, and there's also a lot of spice, espresso bean, roasted nuts, and definitely a full-bodied cigar from what I understand, and I'll find out here in a moment. But anyway, so the TBC MAGMA is a bold and volcanic expression of Nicaraguan tobacco mastery, a custom blend crafted for aficionados who crave depth, intensity, and complex character in every draw. Cloaked in a deep, oily Nicaraguan Maduro wrapper, this cigar beckons with a rich earthiness and peppery spice that teases the senses the moment you behold lustrous surface, which would be the outer wrapper. Beneath the wrapper lies a meticulously chosen Nicaraguan long filler and binder sourced from the fertile volcanic soils of the region. Soils known for endowing tobacco with robust flavor and layered nuances. As the magma lights up, expect a dynamic profile that unfolds like the Earth's molten core. So anyway, so let me give this a clip. I'll give this a cut, and I'll toast it, and I'll give it a final light. And my buddy Jacob Lee over in South Dakota, hello buddy over there. Hope you're doing great. He taught me the match trick, which I have been using ever since. I'm going to take this foot band off real quick if I can get this here. Here we go. Take that foot band off, and it's got kind of a nice grassy, fresh hay kind of a smell. The wrapper's got some slight sweetness to it, and I'm going to use my Calibri cutter today. And these Calibri cutters are great, nice and heavy and sturdy. This has a guillotine cutter and the V-cut, and it's got just a great spring action, and it just feels great in your hand. And then after you cut your cigar, if you need a cigar rest, you can rest your cigar on it. So anyway, my son got me this a couple years ago, and I've just been loving this cutter. I use it every day. Anyway, so I'm using the V-cut. And then I just recently got this really nice leather case from Calibri as well. And really great case. I love it. Anyway, so let me get a cold draw on this. I will rate this cigar today. And Iron and Danielle, thank you for being so great to me over the years, or over the past, I think, couple of years now that we've known each other. And that I've been a brand ambassador for you guys. Um, but anyway, so yeah, this cold draw has got some nice kind of a cinnamon, like a cinnamon, kind of a cinnamon and spice, kind of like a baking spice, cinnamon, kind of a taste note to it. But anyway, let me get this toasted, and then I'll do a final light with my match. Use my Oliva tabletop lighter here. Give it a quick toast. I'm not letting the flames engulf my tobacco. I'm just letting the heat toast it up and heat it up there. And I like to spin my cigar around so I get that all evenly done. And let me get my final light going here. Hmm. Oh, wow. Definitely gave some nice pepper. Definitely gave some earthy, kind of a mineral kind of a taste with it, and along with the pepper in the beginning here. The draw is great. The construction is really good on this. Really beautifully made. And I love that cigar band on it. I really like that cigar band. So Pretty cool. Anyway, so let's get into the album. Um, First, I'll give you just a little history on the band. Van Halen was an American rock band formed in Pasadena, California in 1972, credited with restoring hard rock to the forefront of the music scene. Van Halen was known for their energetic live performances and the virtuosity of their guitarist, Eddie Van Halen. Genre is hard rock, heavy metal, pop rock, arena rock, glam metal. I wouldn't really consider Van Halen heavy metal. I would consider more hard rock. Um, Definitely pop rock or glam rock, arena rock. Definitely, I would consider them all that. I don't know about heavy metal. Um, so years active was 72 to 1999, and then 2003 to 2020. Which 2003 to 2020 was when David Lee Roth was back. Which this is a great album here. When David Lee Roth came back to Van Halen, this is a great album. A different kind of truth, and yeah, this came out in 2012. So anyway, but yeah, so it took them a little while um, to get kind of an album going again, and yeah, I got some other things I'm going to show you here in a little bit. But anyway, labels were Warner Brothers, Interscope, and so there's Mark Stone from Extreme was even a part of Van Halen for the Van Halen 3 album, which was not well. I mean, it charted at number 5 on the top 200 Billboard charts. I believe it was number 5. I'll find out for sure on that. But anyway, so from 1974 to 1985, Van Halen consisted of guitars, keyboards, backing vocalist, and primary songwriter Eddie Van Halen, his older brother drummer Alex Van Halen, lead vocalist David Lee Roth, and bassist Michael Anthony. Um, Released in February 1978, the band's self-titled album reached number 19 on the Billboard 200. The following month, and 18 years later, in 1996, had sold over 10 million copies in the United States, achieving a diamond certification by the Recording Industry Association of America, RIAA. By 1982, the band had released 4 more albums: Van Halen 2 in 1979, Women and Children First in 1980, Fair Warning 1981, and Diver Down in 1982, all of which have over time been certified multi-platinum by the early 1980s. Van Halen was among the most commercially successful. Van Halen was among the most commercially successful rock acts. The album 1984, released in January 1984, was a commercial success with, by February 1999, U.S. sales of 10 million copies and 4 successful singles. Its lead single, Jump, was the band's only number 1 single on the Billboard Hot 100. In 1985, Roth left the band to embark on a solo career and was replaced by former Montrose lead vocalist Sammy Hagar. Let's see here. With Sammy Hagar, the group released 4 U.S. number 1 multi-platinum albums over the course of 11 years: 5150 in 1986, OU 812 in 1988, For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge in 1991, and Balance in 1995. The group released a double platinum live album, Live Right Here, Right Now, which is right here, right now. Right here, live right here, right now, right here, right now, right here, right now. Here's live right here, right now. Great live album. Never mind my stupid humor. But this is a great album, and it's right here, right now. So anyway, no, if you guys ever can get a hold of this is a great live album. Double disc album with Sammy Hagar, of course. And this was brought out in 1993. And I was going to show you, this is a great Van Halen live album too, when David Lee Roth rejoined Van Halen. And this came out in 2015. um, with of course Wolf Van Halen on bass instead of Michael Anthony. But anyway, great live album. It really is a good live album. This is live at the Tokyo Dome, and again with David Lee Roth when he rejoined Van Halen. So anyway, a couple of really great live albums, and the cigar is still doing terrific. Let's see here. See, Hagar left the band in 1996, shortly before the release of the band's first greatest hits collection, Best of Volume 1. Former Extreme frontman Gary Cherone replaced Hagar and recorded the commercially unsuccessful album Van Halen 3 with the band in 1998 before parting ways in 1999. Which that album, like I said, was number 5 on the top 200 Billboard chart. I've never listened to it. Never had an interest in listening to that album, even though I do love the band Extreme. I just having Gary Cherone just did not fit the band, I didn't think, and his style, it didn't fit Van Halen to me. So I never did listen to that album. If someone handed me the album, or if I found it for a few bucks, I might buy it, just to listen to it out of curiosity, but never have. So anyway, see here. So Van Halen went on a hiatus until reuniting with Hagar in 2003 for a worldwide tour in 2004 and the double disc greatest hits collection, The Best of Both Worlds, in 2004. Hagar again left Van Halen after the tour in 2004. Roth returned in 2006, but Michael Anthony was replaced on bass guitar by Eddie's son, Wolfgang Van Halen. In 2012, the band released their first studio album, A Different Kind of Truth, which was critically and commercially successful. It was also the band's first album with Roth in 28 years and the only one to feature Wolfgang. Eddie was diagnosed with cancer in 2001 and died of the disease. I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied here. Eddie was diagnosed with cancer in 2001 and died of the disease on October 6th of 2020. A month after his father's death, Wolfgang confirmed that Van Halen had disbanded. As of March 2019, Van Halen is 20th on the RIAA's list of best-selling artists in the United States. The band has sold 56 million albums in the US and more than 80 million worldwide, making them one of the best-selling groups of all time. As of 2007, Van Halen is one of the only 5 rock bands with 2 studio albums to sell more than 10 million copies in the United States and is tied for the most multi-platinum albums by an American band. Additionally, Van Halen has charted 13 number 1 hits on Billboard's mainstream rock chart. VH1 ranked the band 7th on its list of the 100 greatest hard rock artists, which I totally agree. They definitely needed to be in the top 10, along with Kiss and Aerosmith, I believe. I've never seen a band have as many number 1 albums or even number 2 albums as they have. Van Halen, the 1984 album was at number 2 on the top 200 Billboard charts, as well as Diver Down, that one as well. So anyway, so they've had a lot of successful albums, and all their other albums were at least in the top 5 of the top 200 Billboard charts. So Van Halen has had a very successful career. I mean, career with David Lee Roth, as far as I'm concerned, um, and with Sammy Hagar. But with Sammy Hagar, like I said, he brought a whole new element to Van Halen, and they had 4 number 1 albums, on the top 200 Billboard charts. So that's pretty incredible. And I mean, I just don't know of any other band that has had that many number 1 albums and as many number 1 hits as they've had. Of course, Quiet Riot, Metal Health was the first metal album to go to the top 200 number 1, top 200 Billboard charts at number 1. And then you have Van Halen doing it. And then recently, Megadeth's new album that just came out in January has hit #1 on the top 200 Billboard charts. So pretty incredible stuff, if you ask me. So, but anyway, guys, let's talk about 5150 first. Um, 5150. Let's talk about that after I relight my cigar because I've talked too much and I've let it burn out on me here. Do it a relight here. And I'm not going to knock the cigar for this one because I have been talking a lot. Which, that's why I'm here, right? So that's why I'm here. I'm here to talk and to let my cigars burn out on me. So anyway, let's get into 5150. Again, here it is right here. And here's the back of it, by the way. And here's the inside. And let's see here. 5150. It was the seventh studio album by American rock band Van Halen. It was released on March 24th of 1986 by Warner Brothers Records and was the first of 4 albums to be recorded with the lead singer Sammy Hagar, who replaced David Lee Roth. The album was named after Eddie Van Halen's home studio, 5150, in turn named after a California law enforcement term for mentally disturbed for a mentally disturbed person, to a reference to Section 5150 of the California Welfare and Institutions Code. The album hit #1 on the Billboard 200 chart, suppressed with the band's previous album, 1984, which had peaked at #2, behind Michael Jackson's Thriller album, on which Eddie made a guest appearance. So, and he did the guitar solo for "Beat It." I believe it was in the "Beat It" song that Eddie Van Halen did the guitar solo in that. So if you've never really paid attention to the Thriller or to the "Beat It" song, check that song out. Wait for that guitar solo. That's Eddie Van Halen. So anyway, I'm really excited about this show today. Gosh, when I heard that David Lee Roth had left or was fired, either way, I wasn't sure like what was going to happen with Van Halen. None of us were gonna knew what was going to happen with Van Halen. Of course, there was nothing discussed, and then all of a sudden, press conference with Sammy Hagar joining Van Halen, and it was easy for me to love the idea of that because, like I said, I was already a big Sammy Hagar fan. Um, I Can't Drive 55. I mean, was I think probably his biggest hit. Um, and just so many other great songs that he's had. Gosh. Um, oh, let's see here. I've Done Everything for You. Um, I'll Fall in Love Again. There's Only One Way to Rock. My gosh. Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Your Love Is Driving Me Crazy. Two Sides of Love. Of course, I Can't Drive 55, like I said. Winner Takes All, Give to Live, Eagles Fly, High Hopes. I mean, my gosh, just so many great songs from Sammy Hagar. So I was really, really excited that Sammy Hagar was going to join in with Van Halen. It just seemed like a good fit to me at the time because the way Sammy Hagar songs are, I really thought they fit kind of that 1984 era with Van Halen, and so I was excited. And so when this album when we found out when this was coming out, me and one of my buddies, David Fizbeck, hello buddy, my old high school buddy, we went to the Pomida store and in Torrington, Wyoming, and we stood out in front of the store in the morning on a Saturday morning, I believe. I can't remember. I can't remember if it was a Tuesday morning. I was trying to remember when new releases were coming out that time. I can't remember. I think we even was late to school or skipped school to go buy this album like as soon as it came out. So as soon as the doors opened, we like rushed in and we asked for this album, and they had to go in the back room and get it out of the boxes because they hadn't even put it out yet. Um, so anyway, so we were so excited, and it was the cassette at the time, but we were so excited, and I put that in my car, the cassette player in my car, and the first song just nailed it for me. I knew when that first song came up, it was going to be a great album. And so anyway, so let's get into the album. I'm going to go ahead and put on the first song, and yeah, excited about this. Hey. Starts out, hello, baby, and screaming guitars from Eddie Van Halen come in. All the great drums from Alex Van Halen and backup vocals with Michael Anthony. I want you guys to tell me what you think about this album. All you Van Halen fans out there. US Prime. Hey. Yeah, this first song is just, my gosh, it just punches you in the face when it comes on. And it's just high energy and just very high energy song. Just the great screaming guitar solos and guitar riffs and the hard hitting drums from Alex Van Halen and the bass coming through from Michael Anthony as well as his backup vocals. Terrific song, terrific song. I'm going to go ahead and go to number two. So first one was Good Enough, and now this one's Why Can't This Be Love, which was on MTV. Comes in with some keyboards from Eddie, of course. Another very up, high energy kind of a song. I mean, lots of great keyboards from Eddie, a lot of great drumming from Alex. And Sammy's voice, just his singing, just, man, it just pierces through you. And I'm getting the chills listening to this album because I just never forget grabbing this and putting it in my car for the first time and cranking it up and hearing these songs. And Alex's drumming is just terrific in this song. It's got what it takes. So tell me why can't this be love? Wow. This album brings back so many great memories. I tell myself, hey, I'm a fool. It's stand the test of time. Oh my God. I gotta pause that. Oh man, I tell you what. This album brings back so many great memories from when I was 16 years old. And just man, I'm almost getting emotional here. Um, man, this album brings back great memories. We partied to this album. We cruised around and listened to this album together, me and my friends, and um, man, it just brings back so many great memories. But why can't this be love? Just man, and rest in peace, Eddie. I tell you what, you're missed. Hearing your guitaring just makes me miss you all over again, and just makes me miss you even more. So, but anyway, yeah, the second song on this, why can't this be love? Just a great party song, great upbeat uplifting kind of a song that just makes you feel great. So far, both the beginning songs of this just make you feel just really good. So anyway, I'm gonna go on to the next song. And my God, Get Up comes in with some heavy guitars from Eddie. Then we got some great drumming from Alex coming in. Very fast, in your face, hard rock, very edgy kind of a song. You got some great screaming from Sammy Hagar coming in, and now you got all the bass. You got the bass guitar from Michael Anthony. This is a great live song too. This song is great on the Live Without a Net live concert video. Man, and I was supposed to go see these guys in Casper, Wyoming when they had their tour, but the weather kept me from being able to go. This cigar is really good, building up some really great white ash. That ash is almost volcanic-like. Just the color of it's great. Really doing nice. Yeah, this album is terrific. You got some great backup vocals from Michael Anthony on this song. A lot of real high notes, a lot of high screaming, just terrific sounding vocals between Michael Anthony and Sammy Hagar. And the whole song is just fast and furious. Nothing like thrash metal or speed metal, but it's just very, very up and fast paced. Really good song. Go to the next song here. And then, of course, we slow it down with Dreams, which was the first video on MTV from this album. A lot of great synthesizers in this. I thought it was a great way to start promoting this album, this song Dreams. I thought it was a really great song. And the video for MTV was showing the Blue Angels throughout the whole video while they're flying. Really great. And then it picks up a little bit. It's not like a ballad or anything, but it's more of a toned down hard rock song. A lot of keyboards, a lot of great drumming, a lot of great bass. The riffs is great in this song as well from Eddie. A lot of great hooks. And Sammy's voice is just incredible. I know I've gotten emotional during this album, but man, I tell you, these albums that I still hold on to this day and listen to, and just always brings back great memories of me when I was a kid. Life wasn't easy at home growing up, as many kids probably feel the same way to this day. Being a teenager is tough. It was tough at times, but it was tough living at home growing up. And these songs just allowed me to escape from the stuff that went on at home, and just times in my life that were difficult as a teenager. These albums just really got me through and helped me escape. And but just a very positive, uplifting kind of a song. Just makes you feel good to be alive, I tell you. So baby, just take your eyes, say no, dreams are made up. I'm not gonna try to sing a lot of this stuff. Sammy's Sammy's voice can get pretty high. He's got such a great voice. He still does to this day, and he's still out there. Sammy's still out there in his 70s, just kicking ass. So anyway, and this guitar solo right here that just came up from Eddie is just terrific. Yeah, terrific song. Man. I'll get higher and higher. Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna try and sing these songs. I don't want to scare you guys away. Anyway, let's go to number 5. And Summer Nights. Wow, another great party song. Starting off with some really great guitaring from Eddie. Starts off kind of slow, kind of a lower toned down kind of rock song, and then it starts to build up. And then we got some drums that come in hard from Alex here. Look at that Ash. Wow. Not a super hard, fast kind of a song, more toned down, but the hooks, the riffs, the beat of the song, it just is great. Man, if you guys haven't listened to this album, if you're new to hard rock heavy metal and you've never listened to this album, you gotta check it out. And if you guys have had this around and haven't listened to it for a while, I suggest you break it out and listen to it again. I think you're gonna love it as much as I do. Anyway, let's get to the next song. I'm going through these a little faster since we got 2 albums to review here. Or since I do anyway, I guess. Okay, now we're at Best of Both Worlds. Talking about living your life to the fullest, not waiting until tomorrow, not putting things off in your life until tomorrow or until the future. Live it, do it today if you can, because tomorrow may not come around. So about living your life to the fullest every day. About having your cake and eating it too, which isn't always possible, I know, but this life can give. Hey, sometimes it's not enough. Maybe close your eyes, let go, and be everything you dreamed. It's not worth until it was all. Some things 3 times touchy. Now I know all I want the best of both worlds. Yeah, great song. Gonna go to number 7. Love Walks In. Toned down song, starts off great with like a lot of great synthesizers from Eddie, piano synthesizers, and then it kicks into the hard stuff here. Hard hitting drums from Alex. The harmonies are great in this song between Michael and and Sammy. I gotta break out the lyrics to this one. I love this ballad. I think there's lyrics in here. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta hit it back to the beginning here. Gonna do some karaoke here. The synthesizers and piano and the drumming is terrific in the song. What a terrific song this is. That white ash is incredible. Wow. This is a really good cigar so far. If this continues, this could be a 10 out of 10 for me. Contact is all it takes to change your life and to lose yourself. I've already messed up. To lose your place in time, asleep or awake, coming around you may have been fine. Ah, hell. I'm not gonna do any karaoke. Never mind. But anyway, just great lyrics on this song. So when you sense a change, nothing feels the same. All your dreams are strange. Love comes walking in, time unveiling in. Only opening simply pulls a string. Yeah, terrific song. Some other time, you lay your sanity on the line. Familiar faces, familiar sights. Reach your remember with all your might. Who there stands in a silken gown, silver lights shining down. And when you sense a change, nothing feels the same. All your dreams are strange. Love comes walking in, some kind of alien. Oh God, what a great song, man! And then this great guitar solo by Eddie is just incredible. Just the hair on the back of my neck stands up when I hear this guitar solo, man. Uh, we'll go ahead and go on to number 8. Oh boy. 5150. Number 8. About the mentally insane. Great guitars, great drumming in the beginning. Another great song to party to. Now it's coming in faster, harder, the song. Man, the bass guitar and the drums on this song. Really, really crazy. Crazy good. Not a real hard song, more toned down rock song, but the riffs and just the whole melody of the song is just terrific. And then it kind of starts to pick up and build up a little bit as it goes through the song. So you got, and then it kind of tones down again, then it comes back up. You got a lot of highs and lows in the song. Really plays with your emotions. Man, such a good song. 5150. This really could have been a big hit on MTV if you ask me. I think this would have been another great single from them if they had put it out. Eddie's guitaring, no one will ever match it. No one will ever match it. Man. Oh, wow. Terrific, terrific song. The tone down now is building up again. Man. Then go ahead and go to the last song, which is Inside. And it's just kind of a goof around kind of song. Van Halen's always known to have at least one song on their album that's just kind of a goof around kind of song. I'm not sure what you would consider it. It's just them having fun, just goofing around. But the guitaring and drumming in the song is really good. Yeah, just a fun song, but song about being the best you can, looking great, looking as good as you can. That life, grabbing life by the balls and just being the best you can be in life and going for what you want in life. So and look at yourself on the inside to see where you're really at in life and what you need to do to conquer the world, pretty much. A lot of high notes from Sammy in this song too. But in the background of the song, the whole throughout most of the song, throughout the background, you hear the guys joking with each other, kind of messing around with each other, and anyway, then they all sing together on the song. Anyway, great album. I'm gonna pause this here in a minute so I can change out these albums to the next one, Eat 'em and Smile. So anyway, I'm gonna pause this in just a moment, but I'm gonna give this album. Every song was great. If they had left off number 9 Inside, it would have been an 8 track album. Um, and so they really could have left off the last song, but it was a fun song to have in the end. I think it's a song that was kind of a filler song to me, just to get all the tracks they needed to make a full album. So I'm going to rate this album a 9 out of 10, just because of the fact that the last album, Inside, is a song that really I could do or do without, really. But I'm guessing they kind of needed that ninth song to make it pretty much a complete album, so it wasn't considered like an EP or something. So again, track 1 was good enough. Track 2 is Why Can't This Be Love? Track 3, Get Up. Track 4, Dreams. Track 5, Summer Nights. Track 6, Best of Both Worlds. Track 7, Love Walks In. Track 8, 5150, and track 9, Inside. And again, 5150 was released on March 24th of 1986 and went to #1 on the top 200 Billboard charts. So anyway, great album. Rating it a 9 out of 10. And we'll see if my ratings, I don't think my ratings are going to change on this album. I think my decision on that's pretty solid. But anyway, I'm going to put in the David Lee Roth, Eat 'Em and Smile. And so I'll be right back. Don't go away. Are you guys still there? I'm back, and I've got the album in. It's ready to go. Let me discuss with you guys a little bit about it. The Eat 'Em and Smile album. I love that cover, by the way. That would have been a great cover for a Van Halen album. And then there's the back of it right there. So anyway, this album came out July 7th of 1986. Let's see, recorded at Power Station in New York City. Also at Fantasy Berkeley, California, and Can-Am, Tarzana, California. Genre, hard rock, glam metal. Length is 31 minutes and 4 seconds. And let's see here. I forgot to mention that 5150 from Van Halen was recorded at 5150 Studios, which was Eddie Van Halen's studio in Studio City, California. And that album, 5150, was 43 minutes and 16 seconds. And the label is Warner Brothers. Producer was Mick Jones and Don Landy from Van Halen. Or Don Landy and then Van Halen. So those were the ones that produced it. And then let's see here, the Eat 'Em and Smile album. 31 minutes and 4 seconds, label Warner Brothers as well. No wonder there was so much competition between these guys. They were both on Warner Brothers for one. And so that's pretty interesting that David Lee Roth was on Warner Brothers as well. Producer was Ted Templeton. And before we get into that album, just give you a little history on David Lee Roth. David Lee Roth, known as Diamond Dave, born October 10th, 1954, is an American rock singer known for his wild and energetic stage persona. And right now, David Lee Roth is 71 years of age. And let's see here. Let's see. Is an American rock singer known for his wild and energetic stage persona. He was the lead vocalist for the hard rock band Van Halen for 3 separate periods from 1974 to 1985, during 1996, and then from 2007 to when they dispersed in 2020. He has had a successful solo career, releasing 8 albums, for which have been RIAA certified gold or platinum. After more than 2 decades apart, Roth rejoined Van Halen in 2006 for a North American tour that became the highest grossing in the band's history and one of the highest grossing of that year. In 2007, he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member of Van Halen. Roth had solo hits with songs California Girls, Yankee Rose, Just Like Paradise in the late 80s. And I know Van Halen was was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as well. And let's see here. David Lee Roth's discography is Eat 'Em and Smile, which he had also an EP in 1985 called Crazy from the Heat, those songs on that album was Easy Street by Edgar Winter Group, Just a Gigolo, Ain't Got Nobody from Louis Prima, California Girls from the Beach Boys, and Coconut Grove, which from the Love and Spoonful. So that was on the EP Crazy from the Heat. which is right there. That's what that album looked like. Definitely considering a new camera for my podcast. I'm in the hunt for a good camera that I can hook to my monitor here, so I can get some better focusing. It just seems like this camera that I got doesn't focus real well, and so I'm looking for a new camera that will be more HD. So anyway, guys, if you have any great suggestions or any suggestions for me, let me know. Anyway, so Eat 'em a Smile, 1986, Skyscraper from 1988, A Little Ain't Enough from 1991, Your Filthy Little Mouth from 1994, David Lee Roth Band, 1998, and Diamond Dave from 2003. So anyway, let's get into the Eat 'em and Smile album. Let's discuss that. Eat 'em and Smile is the debut studio album from former Van Halen singer David Lee Roth, released on July 7th, 1986. It follows his successful debut EP, Crazy from the Heat, from 1985. This album was certified platinum in the US, selling over 1 million copies. And let's see here again. Album on Warner Brothers, 31 minutes and 4 seconds. And the track listing is Yankee Rose at for number 1 track, Shy Boy number 2, 3 I'm Easy, track 4 Ladies 9 Buffalo, track 5 Going Crazy, track 6 Tobacco Road, track 7 Elephant Gun, track 8 Big Trouble, track 9 Bump and Grind, track 10 That's Life, from Kelly Sinatra. So anyway, Yankee Rose, I believe Shy Boy, Tobacco Road, I believe were the 3 videos on MTV. So anyway, let's get into Eat 'em and Smile. And this song is terrific. Definitely a Van Halen style song from the 1984 era. This would have been a great Van Halen song, just very upbeat. Starts off with heavy drums and heavy guitar. And I need to pause that for a moment. David Lee Roth vocals, backing vocals, Steve I on guitars, horn arrangements on track 3, Billy Sheehan, the famous Billy Sheehan from Mr. Big, on bass, backing vocals on track 2, 3, 5, and 6, Greg Bessonette on drums from backing vocals on track 3, which has also worked with my buddy Martin Monick, the bass player for Accept. So anyway, let's continue on here. Very Van Halen-like song, very up, hard song, hard hitter, great drums, great guitars, great bass, and David Lee Roth's voice is just spot on. Just a terrific song. In my opinion, definitely a stronger song than what, this song starting off. Even though I love the 5150 album, this album starts off really strong. A little stronger than what the Van Halen 5150 album started off on track 1 with, I believe. But this has definitely got that classic Van Halen sound to it that all of us were missing at the time, definitely. Even though we love 5150 from Van Halen, Van Halen it went in a different direction, but it sounded terrific still, but just went a different direction. Where David Lee Roth kind of kept that Van Halen tradition on this song. And even the video was like very Van Halen like. The song Yankee Rose, the way this video is, it really reminds me of like the Panama video, kind of like that kind of a video. It just reminds me of how the Panama video was off the 1984 album. If you guys have not listened to this album, make sure you check it out. It's a very good album. It really is. We'll see how it comes out on top today, whether it's David Lee Roth or Van Halen 5150 or the David Lee Roth Even a Smile album. We'll see which one comes out on top. Maybe it'll end up being a tie for me. I don't know. But I love this first song, just so Van Halen like. Great song. Steve Vai's guitaring in this is just terrific. Billy Sheehan's bass parts are terrific. The vocals are all terrific. The drumming is great. Man, what a great song. What a great song. Anyway, on to track 2. Shy Boy. Hard-hitting drums at the beginning, hard-hitting, just screaming guitars. And then Steve Vai just goes crazy on his guitar work here. He's just all over that fretboard. Got that famous David Lee Roth screaming. Drumming is fast. This whole song is just very fast of a song. The way Get Up is from the 5150 album, this song really reminds me of the Get Up song from Van Halen. Just fast through the whole song. A lot of great riffs and hooks. The drumming is just ferocious in this song. And I love David Lee Roth's vocals on this song. The choruses are great. The harmonizing between the guys are great. I think Billy Sheehan and David Lee Roth sing great together. And man, the guitaring is just terrific. Steve Vai really shined on this album. Really shined. Man. Fast and ferocious songs. In your face. My rating might change on the Van Halen 5150. I might drop it to an 8 out of 10. We will see by the end of this album if my thoughts change. It's been a while since I've listened to this album. It's really been a while. For the 5150 album, I listen to often, but I have not listened to this one in quite a while. I forgot how great these first few songs are. Well, I've always known how great Yankee Rose is, but I forgot how good Shy Boy was. And David Lee Roth's got just those high screams in the song. He just sounds terrific. Yeah, another song that could have been a great Van Halen song. Really could have been. Wow. On to I'm Easy. I'm Easy was originally written by Billy Field and Tom Price. And actually, Billy Sheehan wrote Shy Boy. Billy Sheehan wrote Shy Boy. I didn't know that. Wow. This is a very kind of a jazzy rockabilly kind of a song, but it's got great riffs, great beat, very up kind of a song, very fun to listen to. I forgot how fun this song was or how good this song was too. Wow. Kind of song you'd hear in a like a jazz club or a club back in the 40s maybe, where you had all the big bands and some horns in the song as well. Very jazzy, big band, almost like Frank Sinatra or Tony Bennett kind of stuff. Good song. Good song. I forgot how good this song was. A little bit faster songs so far than the songs that are on the 5150 album. These songs are a little faster, a little they don't run as long as some of the songs on the 5150 album. Shorter songs. Ladies Night in Buffalo. And this is starting off with some great guitar, great drumming. Oh wow. God, I forgot how good this album is. I love the 5150 album from Van Halen, but I'm gonna tell you, I forgot how good this album is. I forgot. Man, this song is really good. A little more of a sultry kind of a rock song. Maybe if it's could be appropriate to call this like a romantic hard rock song. I could see like a club band playing this song in a club. Seeing people out there dancing to it, maybe grinding on each other a little bit. Wow. The drumming and the guitar work, the bass lines from Billy Sheehan. Man, really good. I really forgot how good this album is. We'll see if it continues here, the momentum. We'll see if it continues on here. I'm going to take my band off. Really pretty guitar, really pretty cigar band on there. The cigar is still doing great. Man. Guitar, bass, and drum solo going on right now during this song. Almost kind of a funk kind of a song too, a little bit in a way. But anyway, still getting great taste notes on the cigar. Getting some espresso, getting some natural tobacco sweetness, getting some even some milk chocolate kind of flavors. But this is a really creamy cigar. Really creamy cigar. Getting some nuttiness in it. far I've not wanted to fast forward these songs or just skip them. I've been having a hard time wanting to stop these songs where on the 5150 album, as much as I love those songs, it was easy for me to go to the next one. But on this one, they got these songs have me so hooked, I don't want to let it go or skip over it or fast forward through it. So that's not a good sign so far for the 5150 album, where I'm like not wanting to skip through these songs or go through just listen to part of it. I want to hear the whole thing so far. Anyway, these songs are not very long. I think the songs run a little bit longer on the 5150 album. These songs don't run as fast or as long. I'm sorry. Going Crazy is the next song, which was a big hit on MTV as well. The video was really good to this song too. Oh man. The bass comes in strong on the beginning of this song from Billy Sheehan. And the drumming is really strong on this album too from Greg Bessonette. Mm. Man. This album is much more Van Halen-like than the 5150 album. I mean, you've got some elements in the 5150 album that remind me of, some of the past Van Halen albums, the way Eddie Van Halen's guitar work was, but man, this album is just really fun so far to listen to. 5150 is a fun album also. But man, this is an album that I'd want to get more wasted to, drink a little more to, maybe. Even though I don't do drugs or anything like this, I could see this would be a great album to sit back and soak it up a little bit. Have some great drinks. What a fun album so far. So far, I've not been able to just play part of the song and then skip to the next. I've had to listen to all of this so far. Man, what an album. We're halfway through it. What a fun album. Wow. Man. And the video is really fun to watch. Really fun to watch. And there wasn't much videos that came out for the 5150 album. They did some live videos that came off the Live Without a Net DVD. They really didn't have a lot of videos for that album that you could really sink your teeth into. For this album here, really fun videos that he brought out for this album at the time. Anyways, on to number 6, Tobacco Road. Great guitar and great drumming. Upbeat, fast, not super fast, but it's got a good flow to it. The harmonizing between Billy and David Lee Roth are really good. Great drumming from Steve. Or from Greg, I'm sorry, from Greg. Great guitar from Steve. Man, this has been a great album so far. Really fun. Holy cow. Wow. Man, this is another song you just don't want to just stop and fast forward through. It's got some great hooks. Wow. Oh, man alive. Due to time, I will go ahead and go to the next song, number 7. Wow. Elephant Gun. Hard hitting drums and guitaring. Bass from Billy Sheehan. And David Lee Roth's voice, just terrific on this song, too. Fast song, fast. Man, I really forgot how great this album is. This hits different nerves on me compared to the 5150 album. 5150 hit me in certain areas that, made me a little emotional listening to it. But man, this is hitting all the right spots. And just, man. It's like getting a really good tickle. If you have someone tickle you and you're enjoying it, that's what this song is doing for me right now. That's kind of weird to say, I'm sure. I don't know anybody that's had a really good tickle and have enjoyed a good tickle from somebody. But this song is tickling me in a great way. It's the only way I can explain it. Oh, wow, what a song. I'll go ahead and go to track 8. Wow. Big Trouble. Toned down a little bit on this song, but still got some great drumming, great bass work, great guitar work. Not toned down too much. It's perfect. A little bit of some rapping going on by David Lee Roth here. A little bluesier kind of a sounding song with some rap in it. Wow. Yeah, great song. Wow, what a great song. A lot of rapping kind of style of lyrical content from David Lee Roth. Bump and Grind written by David Lee Roth. Big Trouble is written by David Lee Roth. Elephant Gun by David Lee Roth. Tobacco Road was from the Loudermilk Nashville Teens originally. Going Crazy was written by David Lee Roth. Ladies Night in Buffalo by David Lee Roth. Again, track 3, I'm Easy by Billy Field. Shy Boy written by Billy Sheehan on track 2. And Yankee Rose written by David Lee Roth. And then again, track 8, Big Trouble by David Lee Roth. Man, what a great song. I'm going to go to track 9. Man, I haven't wanted to fast forward through these songs, though. But due to time, I'm going to, So we're on track 9, Bump and Grind by David Lee Roth. Written by David Lee Roth. Some great grooves on this album. Yeah, great song. Wow. Great guitar and great drums. Great bass work. Man, live. After this podcast is over, I'm gonna go back and listen to this album again. Man, this is terrific stuff. I forgot how good this album was. Man, I feel like I've lost out on a lot by not listening to this album for a while. So that I've missed out on a lot. Man, I should have put this in my rotation a long time ago. Great guitar work by Steve Vai on this. Some screaming guitars. Some very fast fret work. Great riffs, great hooks. Man. Great drumming. My gosh, in this song by Greg. Man. Man, what a song. David Lee Roth's vocals are just terrific through this whole album. Go ahead and go to track 10. Last song, That's Life. Really good song. Some great backing vocals by some female singers. Definitely a typical David Lee Roth style kind of song. This kind of reminds me of a song that would have been on Crazy from the Heat, the Crazy from the Heat EP that David Lee Roth did. He could have easily added this song onto that EP, but maybe this was a song that was meant for that album, but because it was considered an EP, they couldn't fit this last song on. I mean, this would definitely be considered a filler song, but I think it's a great song to end this album with. Again, That's Life is the name of this by Frank and or let's see, by Frank Sinatra. I'm sorry, I said Kelly Sinatra. Frank Sinatra and Kelly Gordon are the two that originally wrote this song. Wow, what a great song! This was a great way to end the song or to end this album. I'm gonna go ahead and end it. Oh man, now I gotta make a decision. Which album I think is the strongest? 5150 was more of a commercialized hard rock album, which I love. I mean, I love albums that are more edgier and raw and not so commercial, but like a lot of the other hard rock bands I really love out there. But the element that Sammy Hagar brought to Van Halen really took Van Halen in a different direction, which was not a bad thing. It was a good thing. They ended up having a lot of #1 albums, and it was just fun music to listen to, and songs that would play with your emotions and make you feel great about life and want to party and have a great time in life. Where this album here, same thing, but it's more edgier, more Van Halen like, more like the old Van Halen, little edgier album. every song was more faster tempoed than the 5150 album, I felt. And there's 10 solid songs on this, where there's 8 real solid songs on the 5150 album. Number 9 is a song I could do or do without. And of course, track 10, That's Life, I could do or do without. All the previous 9 songs were terrific. Songs I did not want to like fast forward through. I wanted to hear them until the end, which I was that way with a lot of the Van Halen stuff too on the 5150. But this is more like the old Van Halen, like, more Van Halen like stuff. And every song was very addicting to listen to. And like I said, I didn't want to stop listening to them. So I'm definitely going to keep Van Halen, I think. I brought him down to an 8 out of 10. I'm going to keep them at an 8 out of 10. I'm going to keep the Van Halen 5150 an 8 out of 10. And I'm going to go a 9 out of 10 with David Lee Roth, Eat 'em and Smile. I would say a 10 out of 10 if they had not put on That's Life, because it's a great song, but it's a song that I think would have fit better on the Crazy from the Heat EP, or maybe if they had added this, that he could have considered that a full-length album. So all the songs were great. That's Life is a great song, but it is a song that I could do or do without as well. So taking that song off, there would be 9 songs on this album if they had if that was taken off. That's Life, that is. And so that would leave 9 solid great songs on this album. Where this is 9 songs on this album total, and if I was to take Inside off, it'd be 8 songs on this album. So anyway, more songs, more Van Halen, like a little edgier, and I gotta give the edge to this album right here. I was really thinking in the beginning that I would end up giving the edge to this one, but I gotta give the edge to David Lee Roth on Eat 'em and Smile. More Van Halen, like, more addicting to listen to, more edgier, a little more wild and crazier than the 5150 album. So anyway, congrats, Dave Lee Roth. You got the win on this pairing. So anyway, so that's it for those albums. This cigar is doing great still. I'm into the last quarter, or the last third. I'm into the third part of the cigar. Anyway, it's still doing great. Great taste notes. Great construction still. I have only had to do like 1 relight on it. 2, but I didn't consider the first one really a ding, because I was talking too much. So I did a second relight, and I haven't had any issues with it since. Still going strong. A lot of great taste notes. So right now, I'm going to consider the cigar 10 out of 10 so far. I'm going to go to something here for you guys. Going to play a couple things for you guys, and I'm going to apologize ahead of time. I always take risks on playing videos, from YouTube on here, and just hope that it doesn't come off. So I'm going to take a risk. I got a couple different videos I want to play. So I'm going to take a risk on this and hope that everything's okay. Hopefully it stays up. But I wanted you to see a couple different videos, one from the 5150 album and one from the David Lee Roth album. And you guys tell me which video. Hopefully this stays on. But I'm going to play a video first from the Van Halen 5150 album. And in the end, you guys tell me which song is better, or which video you like the best. Oh, let's see here. Nope. Wow. I mean, that video is just terrific. I love the Blue Angels. I think they're just beautiful the way they fly those jets the way they do. Um, Great song, definitely. Okay, so let's go to David Lee Roth, Yankee Rose. Love this song. Love this video. Okay, you guys tell me which video you like the best and what you think was more edgier. I gotta give the edge to I gotta give the edge to David Lee Roth, definitely. You gotta give the edge to him. I'm trying to find something here. So some news real quick for you guys. Alex Van Halen confirms new Van Halen album in the works. Eddie, Alex, and Wolf have already recorded their parts. Um, let's see here. Alex Van Halen has confirmed that his previously mentioned collaboration with Steve Lukather is that Steve is collaboration. Oh, I'm sorry. Alex Van Halen has confirmed that his previously mentioned collaboration with Steve Lukather, and that Steve is helping Alex put together songs that the three Van Halens have recorded together. Eddie, Alex, and Wolf. Many people have asked, what about releasing unreleased stuff? So anyway, so there is a possible album in the works between Alex and Eddie and Wolf. So we'll see how that turns out. And right now, there's um there's a new there's a 5150 expanded edition LP 3 CD Blu-ray set for pre-order for $99.98 on the Van Halen site. It's got the Live Without a Net Blu-ray. There's a Live Without a Net Blu-ray, and then there's an expanded 2 LP as well as CD that has some live songs on it. And then there's the expanded edition with an LP, 3 CDs, Blu-ray set that you can pre-order for $99.98. The album runs $39.98, and the CD runs $24.98. The expanded editions. So if you love the 5150 album, definitely consider pre-ordering that. And so we'll see if if Alex and Wolf come out with a Van Halen album. Previous stuff that was with Eddie. I'm kind of excited about that. Hopefully that will happen. So anyway, guys, but this has been a great show today. I think I've had a lot of fun. Hope you guys have enjoyed this today. But again, I've been smoking the MAGMA Maduro Nicaraguan Puro 5x50 Robusto, and this cigar has just been terrific from start to finish. In the last third, a little more peppery, a little more full bodied, and a little more like dark chocolate, dark roasted coffee notes. Still a very creamy cigar. Definitely a very nub worthy cigar. And as you can see, I'm almost down to the nub, pretty much almost down to the nub there. Then that great ash holding on. This has been a terrific cigar, and two great albums today. I think this is the second time now I've paired two albums together. Episode 11, I did two Striper albums together. But one was more of an unboxing and review, along with another great album, which was the Soldiers Under Command album. That was it was the 40th anniversary of the Soldiers Under Command album that I did. So anyway, this was fun to pair another couple albums together and you know, see which one came out on top. And smoking a great cigar with it. I think the cigar went great with these albums today. I had a great time today. I hope you did too. And again, this is Smoke and Metal Podcast, episode 12. I'm Troy Harper. And if you're wondering what cap I'm wearing, this is my newest cap from the Boston Scally Company, the Irish Baker Boy. Very nice cap for St. Patrick's Day. I love this cap. I'll leave a link for Boston Scally. If you're interested in maybe some caps like this, they're great for every day or for dress, whatever you want them for. But great caps. So anyway, I'll leave a link in the Boston. I'll leave a link for Boston Scally in the bio section. But anyway, guys, thanks for joining me today. Thanks for being with me. Thanks for hanging with me. And if you're new to this channel, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe today. Hit that like. Leave your questions, comments, and feedback for me. Share this content with everybody you know. I would really appreciate it. And want to give a shout out to Daniel Remains over in Canada, my buddy Ed over in Japan with Caps on Cameras, Jacob Lee over in Rapid City, South Dakota, and Keith Kinneberg from Lingle, Wyoming. Daniel Finley from Pittsburgh, and Daniel Ravanelli from Cheyenne with the 505 Cigar Review. And gosh, let's see here. My buddy Antonello Nicastro over in England, over in the UK, and my family, my wife Marcy, and so many other great people out there that I need to mention. I know. Let's see here. Let's see. Stephen Hugh Potter over in Florida, Lance Williams with the Cigar Reviews by Lance as well. Want to give you a shout out. Tony Taylor, Keith Meisner Sr. with Cigar Pop, Ira and Daniel Lee with the Boutique Cigar. And let's see here. Corey Banks and Jason Smith, Samuel Hoffman from the Cigar Junkies over in Pittsburgh. David Garofalo, Two Guys Cigars. William Beebe over in Tennessee. My gosh, so many. James Tucker, and gosh, so many people. Jeff and Shirley Caston over in Potter, Nebraska, which isn't too far from here. Howard Sinclair, my old buddy, back from Torrington, Wyoming. Jeff Pollock over in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Yeah, a lot of great guys to mention. If you're one I haven't mentioned, let me know. I will definitely make sure I give you a shout out next time. Let's see here. Brady Goat, Tempe Chris, 0462 Angel, True Devil Form, Mike McKenna, Groovy Guru, and let's see here. So many people to thank. I tell you, if you're one I've missed, please let me know. I'll make sure I get you on the next shout outs. But guys, that's it for me today, I think. Let you guys go on your way. Again, this is Troy Harper here at Harper Cigar Lounge with another Smoke and Metal Podcast, episode 12. Hope you've enjoyed this today. Please let me know if you've got these albums, or if you've listened to them, what you think of them. Let me know what you think is the best album. Let me know what your rankings would be on these albums. And again, guys, thanks for a great time today. I'm glad I could do another Smoke and Metal podcast with you guys. This is kind of the sister podcast to my Harper Cigar Lounge podcast, where I discuss great cigars and hard rock, heavy metal content, along with heavy metal birthdays, heavy metal news, all the recent stuff. So anyway, this is kind of the sister podcast to that. But anyway, guys, have a great day. And again, thanks for all your support. Cheers to you guys. Drinking coffee this morning. And you guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks again for everything. I will see you guys soon. God bless you guys. You guys are always in my prayers and my thoughts. And you guys take it easy out there. And I'll see you in the comments. I'll see you soon. Talk to you later. Bye bye.